What's up, and welcome back to Rumor Has It Official. Let's get straight into talking about 90 Day Fiance, Happily Ever After. This is season 6, episode 4, and the title of this episode is Damage Control. We're going to be talking all about Jovi and Yara, but before we get started, give this video a big thumbs up, share, subscribe, plus hit that bell so you will be notified on the next time I make an upload. So let's go ahead and get straight into it. So Jovi and Yara go out, and Jovi expresses wanting to spend more time with Yara. He also says something along the lines like he wants to go on a honeymoon, take a honeymoon with her, and Yara is just not in that space yet, okay? She's a new mom. She's not ready to leave her baby. Jovi is still as clueless as ever, okay? He hasn't adapted quite yet to marriage, and it seems like he hasn't adapted that well to being a new father. I didn't like when he threw up the fact that Yara wouldn't be in America if it weren't for him. He said something like that during a confessional. And it's like, what is your need or your purpose to bring? I mean, we all know that is true, but like, why do you have to keep throwing that up? Like, and you wouldn't be in America if it wasn't for me. Like, okay, do you want a flipping cookie? Are you saying that because you want a free pass or like a trophy? Like, why are you bringing that up? Who really cares? So in this episode, like I said, they are out at a restaurant getting a bite to eat. But the whole time, Yara's checking back and forth on the baby, just making sure she's well, making sure that the baby is not in too much sun. And so she notices at some point the baby starts to get a bit fussy. So she pulls the baby out to breastfeed the baby. Jovi says that it's odd that Yara breastfeeds the baby while they're at this restaurant, which she did discreetly, so I don't really see what the big deal is, and it's not like people don't do that. And when your baby is hungry, we all know your baby is hungry, so they want to be fed. They don't care where they are. And like I said, she was very discreet about it. She got the baby, had him put her blanket over him, so like it shouldn't offend anyone. And like, if it is, don't look the other way. You know, like it's not that deep, in my opinion, if a mom is wanting to breastfeed her baby. Jovi tells Yara that they still need to focus on their relationship as well as the baby. He says that he's been sleeping on the couch so that Yara can get rest. And I do agree that they should make sure to find time for one another. But at the same token, they did just have a baby as well as just get married. So I think they just need to find the balance. Find a healthy balance, and that takes time sometimes, you know. So I think that he is just expecting things to be exactly the same way before they had kids, before they married, but no, it's not going to be. I'm so sorry. So he needs to get with it or get lost. Get with the program. Just get with the program. Jovi wants to leave and go on a honeymoon for a week, and Yara shuts that down. She's like, no. She says that she's not ready to leave the baby just yet. He definitely needs to slow his roll. He's itching to get back out into them streets. The streets is calling his name. He is ready to get out into the streets, okay? And Jovi says that his mom can watch the baby, but Yara wants to wait till at least the baby is about 6 months old. So she is like, no way. Now, I do think that that is reasonable. She just popped the baby out. Just give it some time. And Yara is a new mom, so I would never get up here and judge or say that she's doing too much by wanting to stay with her baby, by wanting to make sure that her baby is good. That wouldn't come out of my mouth. Now, Yara is concerned and worried that Jovi won't want to change his party boy ways. I would say that he never did. Okay. The only thing that worked in her favor slightly is the fact that it's a pandemic. But he never did change his party boy ways. He didn't even put that into practice before marrying you and while he was courting and dating you. So it's like, no way. It's never been put away. They've never been put to the side, never been put in a box, locked up, and the key has been thrown away. He's always still been very much so a party boy. So Jovi feels that Yara is controlling and plans to talk to Yara before he leaves in a week for work. Now, in the next scene, Jovi is super aggressive with this baby. That's my opinion. I feel Jovi is very aggressive. Every time he gets a hold of the baby and takes that baby from Yara's hands, the baby starts crying. I guess practice makes perfect, so I'm not trying to judge a new parent. He just needs to put in more work, time, and effort. But at the same token, it's too much. I just feel like he doesn't know how to really hold the baby, and He's very aggressive when he puts the baby on his shoulder and the baby's face is like smashed into his chest. Like, it just makes me so tense every time I see him handle the baby. I think that Jovi is coming off in this episode as being very jealous at the fact that he doesn't have a mother's touch, and the fact that he's not getting a lot of Yara's attention, and that change has taken place. I think that he's is coming off that way to me. Comment down below your thoughts. Now, the baby was very comfortable. I don't know if you guys kind of noticed, but the baby was very comfortable and relaxed with Yara. But as soon as he took over the baby, she was screaming. Jovi is definitely embarrassed, so he starts to pick a fight, calling Yara bossy. Yara calls him out, saying that the baby almost fell out of his hands, to which Jovi says that he fell asleep. Yara explains that the baby is too small to be so lax with her. Because he's like, you're just too controlling. You just let her breathe, let her sleep in her crib and different things like that. But, she kind of points out when I placed her in your care, you were falling asleep and the baby was kind of like almost falling out of your hand. And it's like, I would be a little bit nervous as well as being a new mom. She's a first-time mom, so she just wants to protect her baby. And you can't fault a new mom for wanting to love, nurture, and make sure that their baby is safe. So I think that Jovi really does need to get with the program. But I'm truly curious to know what you all thought about this episode with Yara and Jovi. Do you feel like it is too soon? Because I do feel like it's too soon for them to take off and leave the baby. The baby is still clearly being breastfed by Yara, even though some might say, well, she can pump her breast and put it into a bottle, but it's just not the same. And babies even know the difference between that fake nipple, that fake silicone nipple, and their mama nipple. Babies know, you ain't fooling them. You ain't fool. Some babies, you ain't fooling them. I don't know if every baby is the same, but it just takes time. The baby is still very, very small, and I really don't think that they should be taken off to go to no honeymoon, because after they got married in Vegas, they were supposed to have stayed there for a couple of days before he took off. So that was your little quick honeymoon right there. That was your little honeymoon right there. Or you should have maybe tried to get married a little bit earlier or whatever, but you guys decided to have a baby. So all of that other stuff goes out the window, and it's time to focus on being good parents. And also, I would say that balance of keeping and maintaining a healthy marriage. I think that's important as well. But the honeymoon and all of that, I think that's more or less, he's dressing it up like that. But that's really for him to be able to get out, go somewhere nice and drink and be free. He wants to be free, but he needs to understand what his where his priorities lie. His main focus should be on being a father, creating a healthy environment for the baby and his wife. I just feel that should be his main focus. But of course, Jovi, like I said, I don't think he ever put away the party boy ways. He was a little bit forced to stay in more because of the pandemic. So I think that's really the only reason, but I just don't think he's getting it. I don't think he gets it. And like I said, comment down below if you thought that Jovi came off a little bit jealous, a little bit to the fact of the bond that Yara has with the baby versus what he has. Like when he had the baby was crying. And so as soon as Yara took the baby stopped. And so he's like, oh, no, let me do it. Let me just stand up and say it. As soon as he got the baby back, he was aggressive, and the baby was crying. And so, he got mad at Yara for taking the baby back into her hands. But, I think she's just looking at it as, she just wants to make sure that her baby is comfortable and calm, even though that's both of their baby. We know that. But I just think it's different for a new mom. So I'm not going to judge this young lady and say that, she's being unfair. I just think she's seeing a need as far as her baby is crying, and she's wanting to soothe and take care of her baby. That's exactly what I think it is. But I'm very curious to know what you thought all about Jovi and Yara in this episode of 90 Day Fiance Happily Ever After, Season 6, Episode 4. Again, the title of this episode was Damage Control. Comment down below your thoughts. Give this video a big thumbs up, share, subscribe, plus hit that bell so you'll be notified on the next time I make an upload. And as always, I look forward to talking to you beautiful people in that comment section down below and seeing you in my next videos coming up this week. Peace.